All right. Somebody's been doing burnouts in front of my house, but too bad I wasn't around to see it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Well, good old J-Ride Customs contacts me, sends me a link to an ad. I'm like, what's now? What has he got? And now he just cost me $300 because I went to that ad. This is what I got. All kinds of stuff for a 67, 72 GMC. Chevy truck, whatever. And yeah, so there she'd be. Yeah, thanks J-Ride for that. So, at least it was on my travel list too, which worked out really good. It was kind of sort of worked out quite fast actually. I contacted him. He was like, yeah, it's all still sitting here. You want to come tonight? I'm like, sure, I got time. And yeah, so it's kind of meant to be. Finally got the box off of that thing. What a chore that was. Anyways, I chopped off whatever is good. Couldn't get $50 for the box, so now I'm going to charge even more money for just the box sides. So it might work out. Might work out to my favor right there. Like I said, I was going to use this frame for something because it is a 3/4 ton frame, but you can see the scaling going on here. But that's not my trouble. The trouble is it's really bad here. And look at that. She is coming apart bad right there. So this frame would not be usable unless I cut all that out and rebuilt it, but there's no point. The gas tank was fairly easy to get out. She's kind of rusted through anyway. So that's nice. So now she's all stripped out. I can get little doodads and stuff off of it that I want to keep around. You know, cross members and whatnot. These things, brackets, rear end, drive shaft's already out. Yeah, just little things that I want to keep around, right? The other thing I want to do is because there might not be the end of this frame per se. I'm going to take a measurement. I'm going to calibrate this out. And I'm going to see, because judging by what I'm seeing, the frame is exactly the same as just an ordinary half ton. So I got to gauge this out, see what it is, and then gauge it out to the ones I got in the back, and see if they're the same. If they are, then all this stuff is transferable onto that other frame. Then I don't have to worry about any of this because the other frame's really in really good shape. But so I still got all the 3/4 ton stuff up front, everything here, steering, whatever. It's all here. The heavier duty brakes. But yeah. And today I'm going to tackle this thing a little bit more, cut some more metal out of it, and yeah, I gotta find spots for everything that's inside this car now, somewhere. I might have to go find myself another minivan or something, and put all that in there, and then I can really start chopping this thing apart. I'm probably gonna keep the roof skin because, well, metal is metal, right? Free is good. Might chop a couple other little things out of here. Take the rest of the trim off, because I do believe that's the same as the 4-door. So at least I could sell that. I'm going to keep the windows because they're a lot nicer than the ones that are on the other car. And yeah, this one can go down the road too. Still not sure what I'm going to do with the International back there, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Turns out I need some brand new points and stuff too in there, so good luck finding that. I'm going to move this thing out of the way before winter. My hopes and dreams of getting it up and running were cut short. So now that I'm not in a rush to get it put together, I'm probably going to take this thing, drag it to work over the winter time or something, and work on it there. I'm going to take the engine, the original one, I'm going to get it rebuilt. Why not? There's a few people in town or close by, so yeah, I'm going to do that. And get rid of that, move that out of here. And I got to do some lawn mowing this weekend, I should say. Picked a bunch of tomatoes. Tomatoes coming out nice. I see I got to pick some more. Yeah, little things. Peppers are looking really good. Hot peppers are looking good. So, yeah. Things are looking up. And it's getting close to being the end of season, so here we go. I got the old Derby van out and about doing some work here. Let's put the gloves back here for a sec. Got this out because now, as I was saying, the tale of two frames. There's a half-ton frame, and this here is a 3/4 ton frame. So far, I have seen hardly any difference whatsoever. Just gonna get the old measuring tape set up here. Now, between here and here, just shy of 6.5. We walk up here. Pretty much 6.5. And still got to dial up the thickness here. Let's see what we got here. 1/8. And just a little bit heavier than 1/8. Okay. Not by much though, but then again, this is all flaked here, so maybe, maybe not. And what was shocking to me is even back here, move that out of the way a little. So, almost 4 3/4. Now, almost 4 3/4. Huh. So I'm almost going to say, other than, you know, these things here are a little bit heavier duty on that other frame, I'm almost ready to say that the half-ton frames are the same as the 3/4 in a lot of ways. Strange. Although, like I said, here you can see a definite difference here and with that brace there versus this one. It seems a little bit heavier and it's down a little bit more. It's not raised. Well, maybe that's the difference right there. Let's take another measurement right here, because it's got to be something different somewhere. So let's see. 6 7/16. 6 7/16. Huh. Okay, so this mount's sitting here. Okay. And that one's just sitting underneath. Whereas the other one's sitting up here, against here. Huh. That is interesting. So with this mount being lower, that makes sense, because when I took this apart, it had bigger bushings in here to hold this up. So it was up here more, whereas that one was smaller. Well, maybe they, okay, so they lowered this for the drive shaft possibly? No idea. Even the front is all the same. Except for obviously this cross mount. Well, that's something. That just means that I'm just going to keep this around. Because even though the frame's a little bit shot, all this will fit the other frame. So, I have heavy duty front end, heavy duty rear end for the other frame. I'm liking this already. And I don't have all the flake as I do on this one. Well, what do you know? So here we are. I don't know if you guys remember this beauty from one of my previous videos, but we have another CVT that blew up on it. So all the way up there, and then there, and then down is one of those. But she kind of almost sort of grenaded again. And then we determined that it's probably got something to do with lack of fluid. So you can see they're all discolored. So we kind of think we found the issue finally. Apparently this thing had about 4 of them go through since brand new. So that's number 4. And what it is, what we're figuring is right here. One of these just isn't like the other. So I think that's the issue all along. This thing fell out early on, therefore you're not getting any flow up through the shaft, which is here, into the back, and lubing the back end of this. So therefore it's just going to grenade. So we're doing that. See right here, you got 3 rings. That's what the condom's for. Decompress those. And then fluid shoots out there and up to here where the bearing failed, as you can see. And it's got a lot of heat, as you can see here. That sucker melted. So we're putting another one in, another one of these that is not defective, and it should be cherry from there on. Yeah, I got ourselves an AC issue. Check that. Pump wasn't turning on, so I had to jump it. I cleaned it up already, but so it wasn't that. I was lucky enough I had another one of these. I kind of stole from a different machine over here. Shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so I swapped that. That wasn't the issue. Other things weren't an issue. When I jumped it, had the gauges on it, perfect. It got super cold inside. Let me show you what I found. Behind here, see that? That's my AC issue. Somebody didn't tighten a bolt down, so I'm not getting any ground through the system. I mean, the only reason I noticed that is because when I sat on the seat, I bounced up and down a little bit, and the AC unit was turning on and off. But, I mean, how would anybody even know where to even begin to look? My goodness. Well, I can honestly say I've never seen a bug like that before. It's like a moth of some sort. Isn't that thing cool? Look at that. It's like a little brontosaurus running up and down my arm. Yeah, it just looks like a little leaf. How's my hair? Morning. It's a lovely one. How you like my new glasses? It's been a while. Holy crap. And the season isn't over yet. Finally able to do a good morning walk here. Anyway, so I came on here for fun. Shits and giggles. Just because this morning I was kind of watching a couple videos, and I've been reading some of the stuff lately, but the Star Wars franchise and how they fell flat on their face, right? You know, because of bad decisions and just terrible writing and basically making a big pile of dog shit, right? But now, even Rolling Stone magazine is on this. Because, well, they're not what they used to be, right? Now they're turning around and saying basically, just like everybody else, it failed because, not because of their pile of dog shit, but because it's your fault. It's you. And other people who are critical of Hollywood. See, if you're critical of Hollywood now and the piles of dog shit that they're making and just terrible writing and just not very entertaining stuff. It's kind of boring, right? Well, it's your fault. And now they're going to start name calling and call you racist and homophobe because you don't like their shit product. So I had a good laugh at that this morning. I come on here and just... Why not? Because... you know, we're all to blame for everything now, right? No matter what. It's not the writer's fault. It's not Hollywood's fault. It's not anybody's fault. Even politicians are doing this now, right? Oh, it's not our fault. It's not our fault we have bad policies and spent all the money. It's your fault. What the hell's going on, man?